The North Atlantic Conference Cross Country Championships kicked off yesterday in Waterville, Maine, with host Thomas College providing the venue at Quarry Road Recreation Center. It was a cold and blustery Sunday for the meet, but the sky stayed clear throughout the day, and the rain and snow, which had been a concern before the race, held off. 185 runners representing 10 schools made the trip to Waterville from across northern New England to compete for the 2013 North Atlantic Conference crown, with the Quarry Road Recreation Center as the setting for the title meet.
We're priding it as a true cross-country course. It's a little mix of everything. You've got some flat down a gravel road, you've got a huge hill mountain, rolling hills, a field. It's fantastic. So this week we've just spent time making sure the trails were groomed. The Quarry Road recreational folks have done a fantastic job.
The men's race kicked off first with 101 runners lining up for the start. Perennial powerhouse Linden State College was heavily favored going into the race, having won 4 of the last 5 conference championships and featuring perhaps the strongest trio of any team in the field, with Kyle Powers, Kennedy Hall, and Tyler Scheipenflug.
Our top 3 can run well with this particular group of teams. I think Tyler Scheipenflug is very strong right now, but at the same time I think Tyler and Kyle and Kennedy are really looking to peak at regionals.
The Hornets did not disappoint, dominating the field with 4 of their runners in the top 6 overall to take the team title for the 5th time in 6 years. Senior Kyle Powers led the charge, taking the men's individual title in a time of 27 minutes 42 seconds after a blistering last kick in the final kilometer put him almost 20 seconds ahead of the nearest runner, Maine Maritime senior Matt Mathot.
I thought it was a great battle through probably 7K. I didn't know how it was going to end until, probably the last quarter mile or so.
The Hornets dominated the overall team standings as well, scoring a 27, which is determined by adding up the total of the top 5 individual finishers' places. The second-place team, Colby-SAwyer College, scored an 80, led by the Bunnell brothers, junior Hayden and sophomore Benjamin, who finished 3rd and 7th respectively.
Linden is always a very strong team every year, and so certainly they're kind of the challenge to try to run with them, and we have a really strong top three guys, and then struggle a little bit with our kind of the gap to the rest of our guys, which is kind of where that gap gets with the Linden team. But I think just having our top runners being able to compete with their top runners really puts us as close as possible to them.
On the women's side of the championship, defending champion Husson University came in as the favorite, led by defending conference champ junior Alicia Palmer.
Well, our top 4 have to do basically what they've been doing all season, is just be consistent. I think we have 2 of the fastest, or in the top 4 in the conference, so and the strength is there.
However, New England College, led by North Atlantic Conference Freshman of the Year Abby Schaefer, had other plans, taking control of the women's race, with Schaefer clinching the overall individual title in a tightly contested race. She finished with a time of 20 minutes 40 seconds, just 10 seconds ahead of Husson's top 2 runners, who came in a virtual tie, with Alicia Palmer edging her teammate Chrissy Larrabee by just 14/10ths of a second for second place overall.
We were pretty tight in the beginning, like going back and forth on the hills, but then I decided to just move forward a little, going down on the hills. So we started splitting up then, but I kept going back and forth, so it was really hard.
The Pilgrims took the overall women's team title by just 3 points over Husson University, with their freshmen leading the way. Along with Abby Schaefer's first-place finish, Rachel Orlando, last year's Freshman of the Year, took 7th place to unseat last year's champ Husson 50-53. In Waterville, Maine, for Northeast Sports Network, I'm Kyle Grover.